Well, another day. Another day, another script, another... Who knows what today will bring. Let's just get everything up and running. I did lie yesterday. Not playing 7 Days to Die. Well, I did play, I just didn't stream. Still hooked. Definitely still hooked. I also didn't run this script against my existing hardware, so... Hi. Screwed around with the camera angle a little bit. Let's see if this is better, huh? Bit more leaning back, no more slouching. We're getting downright professional over here. I still dislike how I laugh. At least how it sounds on video. I'm sure I'll never get used to that, right? But I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. Hopefully. At some point, I gotta start streaming to YouTube as well. I feel. Just to see if I can. In a perfect world, I'd be deploying a service to my cluster to be splitting the stream between these two. That would be the best, wouldn't it? Alright, anyway, let's get to it. Where were we? So I think at this point I was still looking at test, right? So something that has to happen. I have to make sure that all of these actually have their IP static, right? Because they all should have it. And one of the things I'm interested in doing here, this one's not running right now, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do, even though I have not rebuilt Dev 1 and Dev 2, or this one, the primary, of course, is I'm going to try running this against the entire cluster. Because if I can get this working, then once I do the rebuild, this stuff will start falling into place fairly easily. Oh wow, that got dark. Interesting. Let me try something. Like I said, I've been screwing with camera angles, so maybe that's better. It doesn't look that dark on my main screen. Oh well. We'll run with it, and if it's bad, I'm sure someone will tell me. Right? Right? Alright, anyway. Let's get these statics set. What's kind of silly is I don't want to make specific files for them up here in the host vares, but isn't that basically what I'm doing here? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see which one I end up liking more. I mean, I do like having it with the inventory because readability. But first things first. Oh, you know what? It's probably easier just to get the IPs this way. So dev many 1. Dev many 2. It'd be nice if they were in order, right? Hey, wise. That's weird. All right. And they were at one point in order, I promise. But that's just not how the world works. What's funny is dev mini 1 is actually the oldest. Hence the name, dev mini 1. And I actually got dev mini 3? No, I think I got dev mini 2 first, and then 3. And then I added dev mini 1, which was just running VMM to handle some services. This was back when I was just doing virtualization. I would virtualize everything on this. These guys didn't exist. None of these existed. And if I wanted to try something stupid, I would do it on a Raspberry Pi. And then I said, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to do something that's far more complex and annoying. Boy, howdy, did I pull that off. I actually started with K3s. I found that I spent more time undoing the default settings of K3s and quite honestly installing full K8s on a Raspberry Pi. It works. I don't understand. I mean, granted, I think K3s was created around the time of before the Raspberry Pi 4. So there is that. It is on a Raspberry Pi 4. I don't think I could install it on one of these other ones I've got floating around. Like this guy, I don't think it would be able to make it. Did that even show up? I'm actually curious now. Oh, yeah. That didn't. You never know when you have AI handling your camera background blur. But at some point, that is probably just going to become a notifier. That's the plan. I'm going to have that just running probably a web page that has the zabbix data page split with a maybe a canary of some sort just to make sure what's up and running, what's not. I've also considered the idea of just using Prometheus native. I need to get better at Prometheus. I need to actually get Prometheus. I understand it. I mean, when I'm using this, all this does realistically is have I think it's even a Node.js app or it's a JavaScript app that's sitting in front and just going out to a Prometheus app to get this data. And when I go to the cluster and I get the cluster data, this is all just a Prometheus endpoint. The first thing that happens when you install this, where are you? It has an option to, well, it's not an option. It has a setting when you're installing it, and I thought it would showed up in there, but saying, would you like to install the Prometheus? And that's how you get these cool little pages, and that's how you get all of this data. That's why this is all grayed out. What? So this, to me, seems like the right way to do it. And it's the hard way of doing it. So, of course, it's the way I'm going to do it. But at the end of the day, you end up with something more robust because you get all the data out of it that you put into it. Anyway, back at the ranch. Okay, it's arm workers, arm controllers. There's got to be a better way to do that. I don't like naming it twice, but I don't want... I don't know, there's got to be a better way of doing that. I'll think it through. Looks like, do both of them need the IP static then? I think they do. Because what if I call this, but I don't call this, right? Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, do I put a variable that says, hey, this one is a GPU, and just that's it? Because I don't know that I'm gonna have another group. You know what? I think that's what I need to do. I just need a like is GPU true? And I don't need to say that it's a GPU worker. I can just say there. Yeah, I think that's a better way of doing it. And then make sure I have on 64 workers. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? I think so. Okay. So now we've got that laid out. What we're going to try and do is validate the README real quick. All right, so we're going to be using lab, site, and in this case, oh, we need to change servers here. We need to make a hosts. Cluster. And I think we want common. And do I have the firewall? Name firewall. Tags K8s. Now, in theory, this should just run. Or actually, no, we found out that it won't run if I've got a tag on it. Well, we'll see. Cross your fingers. Before we do that, let's... We're going to create a new terminal. We're going to SSH over to trim. We're going to dev many. Dev many 2. And dev many 3. See the difference there? Dunk, 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 versus dunk, dunk, dunk. That's got to get cleaned up on all those. That's all right. That's fine for now. Okay, so right now we're actually connected to all of them. Good. Ooh, I'm gonna have to bootstrap all of them first. So let's do that. So I need to do boom, 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 site. And then we go to bootstrap, roles is bootstrap. So I need to go to lab and I need to oh, no, I need to go to servers and I have cluster and your role is going to be, no, I need to go to bootstrap and we'll just change hosts to cluster. And that should do all the things. Maybe, probably, right? But right now we have 2 calls for cluster, so we need actually my better bet would be to just get rid of this. Well, no, because I don't want this is another thing where there's probably a better way of doing it, but I'm not doing it that way. All right, so we're going to go to servers. We're going to get rid of all of the roles for cluster. In lab, we also have to get rid of test because you're not needed. But we are going to do, go back to that README, site.yaml, limit is cluster. Or is the limit bootstrap in this case? All right, let's see. Nope. All right, what do we get? Servers. Oh, well, yeah. Spent so much time being concerned. I forgot a space. There we go. Spaced on that. Gathering facts. Cool. Bootstrap. Make sure Z shell's installed. Cool. Ooh, what's that? A pseudo password is required. Oh. Whoops. I forgot to do ask become. Well, that's interesting that it's, oh, because it's doing it, it's not, I know why. It's doing it as me, it's not doing it as the Ansible user. I want to just cancel this. Should I cancel it? Am I gonna, is it just gonna be completely blocked now? Let's do it. We want to become and ask become. Let's try that again. Unreachable, unreachable, unreachable. There we go. That's going way better. All right, now in theory, we take them out of Bootstrap. So In this case, hosts are just going to be Bootstrap again. Which I guess I probably should have done just Bootstrap is a children of cluster, right? That would have done the same thing. But now we have to do, you know, let me copy this and add this to the README to make sure that that's documented. Not that README. So to run Bootstrap. As Ansible user may not be present, so provide one. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, so next thing we got to do is we should be able to now run update against lab. So let's try that. Ignoring Bootstrap, okay. Why no update? Oh, no update because server's cluster has no roles. You're going to be common and cluster. Let's try that again. Why are you still missing sudo password? You should not be missing sudo anymore. Especially Dev Mini 3, we've been through this. Yeah, Dev Mini 3 should absolutely. What do you know? We're on Dev Mini 3 right there. Interesting. Because there's supposed to be a file there. Is this my doing? Of course it's my doing, come on now. That's where this comes in. Oops. That's not what I need. All right. Root sudo include, and it's got Ansible. Okay. Dash u Ansible. Error initializing audit plugin. Oh, well. Okay, so that should be fine. No password for all. So why are you complaining about it? Oops. Whereas here is exactly the same. Let's see. Ooh, what's this? Is that why? Did I do something different here? Yeah, that's just me. Hello. Let's do this. Cabby. Hop over here. What's one of the ones that failed? Div mini 1. Oh no. All right. So it looks right. I'm going to say no, but what I'm going to do so wait a minute. I want Dev Mini 1. Dev Mini 1 failed. But I did, this has the file. So what is going on? No, I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is I'm worried about sudo. Well, let's try this. Wow, that's a lot of errors in there for kubelet. Interesting. Oh, well, it was back in January. What the heck? That's not useful at all. Actually, this still has... No. This still has this. All right, so what happened here? Password is required. Disconnect, disconnect, okay. Why are you still trying to run as me? is ConOps not even being attempted here? Is this something I did up here? Not here, here. Oh, it is still trying to run as me. Okay, that's the problem. So if I go back to lab here, I need to do Ansible user, and then we try this again. I'm also going to have to do this too. All right, let's try that again. What's this? Oh, included, okay. Cool, we're looking right, we're looking good. Dev Mini 3 had an update. Cool, cool. And then the next thing we're trying is the firewall. Are you excited? I'm excited. I need to make a longer music mix. I think it's like 8 minutes before it flops over again. Let's see. 26 meg. We'd go back to the RPG music. That was fun. 14 minutes. Colossal game music. No. All right, anyway. I hate that that's how it has to happen. I've spent far too long trying to make the bot play the music for me. It was the beginning of the push to compile OBS myself. Cool. All right, everything worked there. We just did the update tags. All right, now it's gonna get real. That's all I'm saying. So it has common, so last time it only did the updates. We're not gonna do updates this time, right? We want to do oh, we should take common out of update, right? Like if we're gonna have something set up so that, because we don't want to run updates again just to be able to apply firewall rules. UFW files will only do files. Yeah. So let's look at that. And tags update, 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 update. This happens no matter what. Oh, and we update. Oh, okay. So actually that's fine. And then I have common, common. This is only if it's not static. We set the default deny, common. This copies the files over. Should I copy the files before the deny? Well, we'll see. I think it's confusing that I have the tag and the role the same. Right? I think that's the problem. That's what I'm getting screwed up on. That's fine. We'll run this first and see what happens. So it's still doing apt update. It's just going to update the packages. And now the firewall stuff. Oof, what is all this? Failed to find required executable. Whoops. So that means here in common in my apt update, it's supposed to do this. Why did this not happen? Is it because it doesn't have the tag of common? I would have thought it does that every time, right? So let's go back here. Gathering facts, include the apt update. Cool. Update packages, all right. And then it jumps over. So we need to do... Oh, God, really? Okay, that's funny. You gotta admit that's funny. Let's try it again, just with that one little change. Nope, still skips over it. On the plus side, it seems like everything's still chugging along so far. I mean, they're all saying ready still. All right, so we just need to add the common tag to this, which seems... just doesn't seem like the right answer. So we've got at package, make sure that those are there, right? So that's the same thing, apt. Do I have this? Does that have to be there? You'd think if it was done wrong, it would tell me, hey, dummy, you did that wrong. Okay, no. That is it saying, dummy, you did it wrong. So yeah, we'll put the tags in there. And let's try it again. So my goal was to make it so that that runs every single time. I guess what that means is that I just need to make sure that if it runs every time, it has all tags. Let's see, maybe there's something here in the Ansible docs. It does not select or skip tasks for execution. You can only, let's see. You can add tags to a single task or include. You can also add tags to multiple tasks by defining them at the level of a block, play, role, or import. The keyword tags addresses all these use cases. The tags keyword always defines tags and adds them to the tasks. It does not select or skip tasks. You can only select or skip tasks based on tags at the command line when you run the playbook. Okay. You can apply the same tag to more than one individual task. Adding tags to blocks. This is what I should do. I should have everything separated out into blocks. You can add tags to roles, add tags to includes, Ansible reserves several tags names for special behavior. There we go. If you assign the always tag to a task or play, Ansible will always run that task. Okay, so that's what I want. So for the update, you are now always, and verify is now always. This has to be requested. Does that mean at the top level, instead of having this as common, I should just have this as always? And I should change the common there to be some other tag, so that if I specifically want the firewall, that needs to be run. Cool. All right, let's see how we're looking here. So far, so gravy. Let's make sure that we're still connected on each one. So far, so good. On 2 and on 3. All right. Oh, whoops, we want -kf because we want to see what's getting blocked. This is where it starts getting academic. What? Oh. Helps if I type the right password, doesn't it? Oh, I did type the right password. Source port, destination port 9090. I wish there was some way I could just say, if it's a calico port, allow it. Apparently only some of these have my username not requiring a password. Alright, so these are the ongoing. These just keep happening regardless. What's going on over here? This should be allowed. It doesn't matter what it's coming in, what it's going out. It's 10.4, right? So let's look at our output. That's not our output. Where did our output go? Oh, right. We're doing it down here. Alright, we have the applications. Oh, it's just called common item. NTP, okay, DNS, WASA, NFS. This does not seem to have okay. So what's not getting run is oh, I know it's not getting run. This isn't getting run. Right? Oh no, not that. This is what's not getting run. And that's because it's got these tags. So I need to do this again and say, was it that way or is it comma? I don't remember. Do you? We'll see. Okay, it's a comma. Oh, hey, I've got mail. Let's go. Verifying the baseline apps. I really didn't think I was going to be doing this part live, which is kind of funny. So we're not seeing the issue on Dev Mini 3 because it's already there. We already screwed with these rules. We've got the agents, cool. NFS, Samba. IP range home 1 is undefined. Oh, it is undefined, isn't it? Because it's in here, it's in test. So what's the best way to do this? I mean, I've been avoiding creating another one. I guess I can just add it down here. This seems clunky. It seems like it's getting clunky. Like maybe this is an example of, okay, there's enough here that it needs to be in its own file. But honestly, that's probably a good thing, because maybe this allows me to set that limit, right? Like I know where, okay, this is the time. Like this is a little bit different because it'd be one file with one variable per device. But this is getting to the point where, okay, it makes sense that it's its own. All right, let's try this again. Pale. I wonder if instead I should just have well, no, because that's going to be clustered no matter what, right? Well, we'll see. We'll let this run. Let them cook. So right now, right now they're still saying they're ready, which is kind of funny. And I actually don't doubt that for the most part, Kubernetes is still running. It's still talking to itself at least. It's just not able to talk back and forth. Now, did I remember at the end of this to reset UFW? We shall see. Oh, yep, I did. Not teabag. All right, let's hop back over here. How are these logs looking now? $55, $34. They should have just started changing. So, what's this? 8080. What? Why would Calico be doing the 169? Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna have to investigate that guy. What was the timestamp? 5607. A couple of seconds before. Source is 10.4, destination is 10.1. This should be allowed. Protocol TCP, destination port 1050. Oh. Oh, so this is interesting. Okay, so I need to allow 150, I think, is still Wazo, right? So I need to allow oh no, that's zabbix. So I need to allow zabbix back out. good to know. That's not where that's at. Let's do it here. And let's make a note. We should also note the will always run unless I think it was skip always tags. Always. Yeah, always. That's what I said. All right, so if we go here, oh, you know what we should do? Boom, boom, copy. Because we did go there. Add it to our links. Our software is right now basically just Ansible. Okay, so I need you. I need to go to and I think this is just because the zabbix server needs it. Although this, oh, this is in. This doesn't allow out. Okay. So this is Kubernetes traffic. I need another one to allow we need to allow outbound zabbix traffic if installed. So what I'm going to do here, because I might get rid of zabbix. I primarily use it for my network stuff anyway. And like I said, Prometheus might just do everything I need better. But for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a variable that says zabbix equals, we're going to say true. Oh, I guess I don't need that, huh? I'll just say true. Then over here, I can say when. Is that it? I just need zabbix, right? Looks like that's, oh no, I need, so it's not when zabbix, it's when, boom, boom. That's how win works, right? When did I, what's another place where I did win? I did win on common. I did it on firewall here. Yeah, when this says not IP static. So I guess I could just say when not zabbix, right? Because right now I have it as true, I just set it as false. No, so I need when zabbix. Dumb. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We are in cluster firewall, so I can really just say when zabbix because it's true right now. This loop is zabbix there because I believe that's true. The name of the file is just zabbix, right? Yeah, just zabbix. So that should allow out. Allow items. Okay. Cool. So let's run you again. See what happens. Fingers crossed for much greatness. See, those green lines, those are as satisfying as a kill streak. There it is again. Oh, I'm gonna have to edit that laugh out of some short, I'm sure of it. Wait a minute. I'm already enabling them to go out. So why? So why is this still a thing? In, out, source, destination. Oh, that's a whole different can of worms, though. Also, should not be being blocked. Let's see, can I take this? Is that, there's gotta be, right? UFW rule generator. Universal firewall configuration generator. Maybe? Walls of fire. Oh god, this is XKCD. This is definitely XKCD. Are you tired of all of these standards? Use my standard. Eh. Oh. No. UFW rule generator from block. Like, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Let's see. UFW to allow UFW rule. You know what I should be doing? Let's try it. UFW allow in on calico land from 2. Let's see. Can you change that to allow in on any interface? That should just change it to any, right? So let's do this. What do you think the chances are that it fails? I'm gonna bet it fails. It looks right. I mean, it should already be doing this, right? Because I have 10.4.0.0.16. But let's give it a second. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is allow in. I need out. To allow the traffic out. It's not, okay, so it's from allow out to, but this is out to here. All right, so let's first status numbered. And let's get rid of that rule that we just did. Let's see, we have allow in anywhere. We should have allow out. Anywhere, allow out. So let's allow from. If I do this, really? Okay. Okay. It was 21. Let's look at this again. It's still 21. Now let's, is it still being blocked? That's 15, 11, and 40 seconds. So that just happened. I might need to reload the firewall, but let's give it a second. I would love for that to have solved it. Nope, it did not. Oh, well, yeah, it wouldn't, because the source is, but I already have allow in. So if I allow to 224.0.0.0.24. I mean, that's basically allowing multicast, right? Oops. Did I miss this rule popping up again? Let's highlight you all. That was 0, 0, right? Did that fix it? It did not. Let's do a reload. Make sure. Oh, crud. I know what this is. This is the pre-rule that we have to make. That's why it's not over here. So we need to... It is before... Yeah, I know what this is. This is... Where'd you go? HCP client. Two 224.251. So allow multicast. Be sure the multicast line above is uncommented. What? Oh, okay. Because I just copied and pasted it. All right. So now, how do I add this rule in this location? UFW. Okay, so it's going to have to be done with the IP tables, of course. Am I going to have to make a copy of the entire thing? That doesn't seem like the right way to do it. All right, let's look at the module. Delete default comment from interface. All right, so this is all just standard rules though. So I think I'm just going to have to edit the file. If not present. But this replaces the property back. Okay, so I'm looking for line in file, which is I'm looking for this line, but it needs to be before this line. because I have to add it in order. So I guess I'm testing for this. This is the line that I'm looking for. Be sure the multicast line above is uncommented. Let me see if I can see what the heck it's talking about. Oh, if multicast return. Let's look at it over here. What? Oh, it's not rules.before, it's before.rules. Okay, so first thing we need, multicast. If multicast, then. And we compare it. If multicast, return. Okay. Look again. Destination type, multicast. Okay. So it just wants to make sure that this is uncommented. Wait a minute. It's already here. So if the line's already there, why is it still... They're both accept. Why do I get myself into these things? All right, first things first. Actually, let's do this. Because I know this is the one we did most of our testing on. And I remember that there was a thing with that. Very specifically. And I did have to make a change. But now I don't remember what that change was. And I don't think you want to watch me go watch my old videos to figure it out. Pretty sure it was in before rules too. I'm gonna have to diff it. All right, let's go here. We need to copy. Oops. To mini 1. Or dot rules to dot slash. Because of course. So I'm just going to have to, in here, copy this to /tilde/. And then I do, what a day. All right, so I just hope I should have just copied the whole directory. I'm just gonna copy the whole directory. Sudo copy. -r. Oops, capital R on this one. And then we do the same thing here. Lowercase r, uppercase R. All right, now, nope, not that one. Why are you even still open? I don't use you. We are going to scp-lowercase r /ufw. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm looking at it. Right? I mean, I'm looking at it. Oh. I'm not looking at it. How are you going to just let me do that? Better? Right? You are dev prim 1. And now we do the same thing, but on dev mini 3. All right. And UFW to div mini 3 dash UFW. Let's just do it top level. Blah. Mm, Wait, it doesn't give me the file name. Oh, there we go. User.rules. Nope. Def prim has an IPv6. And then user 6 rules. And then user.rules. Actually, let's do this again. But okay. So whatever it is isn't a thing. There's something else going on. I mean, I feel like if I just allow anything out on VXLAN Calico, deny incoming, deny outgoing, and deny on routed. So if I want to say instead, UFW allow, that's not what I want. So in theory, UFW allow in on this to any, and then allow out from any. I mean, it seems like overkill. Is it something that we need over here too? .2 destination is 10.4. All right, so we need to make this true only on controllers. Unless I'm just missing it in here somewhere. All right, so let's look at that. what we need is we have cluster. I don't have a workers, so we're gonna do boom. You're gonna be controllers. And that's specifically gonna be those two. It's like it read my mind. And we're gonna have to do the same thing. Workers. It again is like it read my mind. Creepy. And then what I need is a controllers theirs. Now the question is that going to run for every controller? So if I do we'll just do that. Controller equals true. So then if I go back over to firewall, we don't need this, but what I can do instead, so instead of win zabbix, it is win controller. Right, that's what I did. Controller. And the loop here is instead of zabbix, this is allowing out. This isn't going to be a loop. This is going to be, I'll hop back over here to all right, so we need to do UFW rule allow, and then it's going to be interface, right? Interface. Oops, that's not the one I want. So we don't need the loop. We don't need the name. We need interface. And in this case, we're looking at well, that's new. Not my problem yet. We're looking at that. That. And then we have to do the same thing. For in. And this is where I need to start making groups, because like this should just be a group of calico, right? And it should only run when controller. I shouldn't be checking if it's a controller twice. That's when we get into optimization. Refactoring. All right, so by default, that allows in and out, interface, direction in. Okay. That should only run when controller. Now, is it going to pick up that that is a controller? Let's see. I feel like I should go and I should have something to just reset the firewall. Turn that thing off. Go in common. Oh yeah, we're not going to know if this worked. Well, all I'm really concerned with is it going to grab the one device? Ooh, what's that? Oh, okay. Controller is undefined. I guess I need to define controller as false for those devices. That's fine. So if I do workers vars, controllers false, I'm going to run it again, and I will be right back and leave you guys to watch it. We're just going to do... Hey, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Yoink. Verb. Looks to me like it worked. Wow. All right. This is a whole new thing. Why is it sending a source from 169? Okay. What's the destination port? 8080 and 8081. I mean, that is... That's not what I wanted to do. We wanted to do this. No, I didn't realize. IP info. What was it? 132.141. Okay. So it's fine. I don't know why I thought that was an external. 169 is... But why would it be going to 8081? Yeah, that's... So why is that a thing? .4.84.27. Is that an IP that I can track to something? .4.84. Let's do all. 10.4.84. 27. It's not showing an endpoint. Unless I'm blind. This is the only thing that's in there, and it's in Calico. So what that says to me is there's something requesting an IP. But it's not coming through 67. Oh, you know what we can do? Let's go. We're in Calico. Aha. So it's running, but Okay, so what I'm probably blocking here is the keep alive and all right, so we're going to have to add keep alive. We have to add all of the standard ports back in. All right, this one's new. But it's just these calico ports, or these calico interfaces. If I could just allow everything on every calico interface. Does calico have a UFW? Well, let's see. Let's see if there's something here. Okay. Ooh, what's that? There we go. Does that work on UFW? Because that would be perfect. Let's do that. All right, so what was the last one I did? That's allow out on from. So if I allow out on, in this case, it's CALIC, right? No, CALI. CALI. There's A, there's C, but it's CALI plus. Oh, but this is allow out on to any. Oh, wait. Well, let's see. What does that do? Because wow, if that's what I need to do, then that just becomes it on everything, right? All right, let's. I mean, why does this say? Oh, because that was the last time I saw it. Okay. It's far more common over here. So we're watching. We should be watching over here. Of course, these are going to be different. I don't understand why this. Oh, okay. It does still have it. Okay. We need allow. What was it? It's allow out on this to any. So let's go back here. And we're back at the firewall. And this is going to be another calico. So this is a VXLAN. But this is only for the controller. everybody else needs this exact same thing. Well, actually, no, everybody needs that. Not just not everybody else. Everybody needs that. So we can get rid of this. And you are Cali plus. Get rid of this. And you are Cali plus. Oops. Oh, man. Let's put you back. Okay. I'm used to Control X, yes. Nano user, what can I say? Right. Let's give this a run. I mean, I probably should just take common out. Those rules are set. Actually, what I should do is I should have a rule in common that starts it off by disabling it and resetting it. Let's do that while this is running. So here in the firewall, first thing that we need to do is disable the firewall. Should I set this to always run? No, I think I'll just leave it as, oops. All right, so we disable it, and then we need to reset to defaults. Is reset yes a real option there? Interface, yeah, I don't see reset. Insert relative, interface, logging. State. Oh, state, reset. Disables and resets to installation defaults. State, reset. Although it says it disables it, and so maybe, let's just take you out for now. We don't need to disable and reset if we can, if reset disables and resets, right? Now we should be only putting the rules in place, or only having rules in place that we're putting in this file. There we go. Now we're setting everything. It is interesting that all of that was still there, even though we reset it, right? Setting the ranges, cool. Wow, Kubernetes, cool. Now, if there was anything we forgot in Dev that was on Dev Mini 3, it's gone now. All right, let's see what we got. Woof. Yep, we're blocking in now. No, that's out. That should be out. 59. Okay, so that could just be a remainder. Nope, it's not. Okay, so that's in on Calyx Star. Or Calyx Plus. But we have allow in. Source is that, destination is. Those should be okay. And that should be okay. Why is that getting blocked? Anywhere. Man, when everything is put in programmatically, it's so much easier to read than when I'm just randomly tossing them in, trying to get them to work. All right, so we have allow in to anywhere if it's coming from any of these ranges. So this should already be okay, regardless of this. CALI. CALI. All right, for the sake of argument, I'm gonna want to add into common tasks main I'm gonna want a tag called disable so that no matter what, it can run on everything. And that's going to be this. Because at the end of the day, I am going to want a kill switch, right? So if I do tags, I probably want to change that to disable firewall, right? Where are we? We are here. Disable dash UFW. There we go. That should only run the one thing. Oh well, and update packages, because that's going to happen every time. Because we want that to happen every time. Alright, so now we look at this. That should be our last error. 604. Well, other than that one, that doesn't count. Alright. So we're getting there. Ish. Kind of. Thing is, I have allow in on here in V6 and regular, and I have allow out on here on V6 and regular. Why is it still getting blocked? All right. So I have VXLAN and they are all Cali, right? And I think that's something that I set. .4. Oh, okay, so they're pulling those. Is that the problem? Is it getting denied because I have it set as a 169? This should be gone now. And the only one being stupid is... It's funny that these are showing green because that machine is sitting right here and it's off. Unrelated, right? But why do I have two... Oh, the daemon sets I understand, because there has to be one on every device. And there can't be one on a device that's not running. And are you having a problem just because of this one? That's my guess. I feel like I'm going to be doing a deep dive into Calico. That's going to be entertaining. Which demon sets are hanging up, huh? Is it just Calico? One's pending, one... Oh. There's going to be one on each because TX1 is... Yeah. I'm actually surprised. It should already be cordoned. I mean, this is probably going to fail because, like I said, it's right here. It doesn't even have Kubernetes running on it right now. Yep, okay. Okay, so we have the ability to turn the firewall off when we want to. Let me add that to my README. Not that README. I need to get rid of that stupid README. Like, I understand it's the README for roles, but I guess I should say to disable UFW on all lab devices. I am tempted, that's another one I'm tempted, just like if I just have an inventory and I just create a group of lab. I mean, it is important that it be separate. Like these definitely are far more important. Well, not this one, but these three, super important that they stay running. Everything else can fall apart, doesn't matter, but those three need to be running at all times. But, all right, so Bootstrap is set. Servers, I need to set that in production. Because servers theirs, yeah. So we're going to rename you. Hey, Control X works like Control K on Nano. Good to know. We don't need you or you. The only thing that's actually important is these two lines. And these are actually... I'm wondering if this is something I could set at the top level. Like, not a group var, it's an all, everything variable, right? Because that is the default user. Unless I'm doing Bootstrap. That's the only time that it changes. And that's what I should have done just a second ago, rather than trying to be funny and make a Bootstrap group. Yeah, by default, that's going to be the case. I think everything in here can go, because none of that happens anymore. Oops, but does it have a... no. We'll just do that. How about not? I don't don't know why this is here. I don't remember putting it here. I know what it is. I think I'm just going to get rid of it. If I need it again, I'll come back to the video. I'm sure I can recreate it. Clip that. That way it makes a clip of it. Maybe. But otherwise, this doesn't really need to exist. Okay. Bootstrap's fine. It's got the host bootstrap, roles bootstrap, and it only goes to there. All right. Servers has host test. Doesn't need that anymore. It only really needs host servers and host cluster, which this might be the only reason to keep two separate inventories. Because if I use lab, it will only ever use this, and if I use production, it'll only ever do this. And you're just set to common. There is going to be, at some point, I'm going to do an inventory for workstations. I'm not there yet. But I would like to standardize that as well, if at all possible. To some degree, at least. Just be able to be like, I screwed this one up. Boom. That's probably more of a Terraform thing, though. Okay. Now, what we need to do is figure out, we need to go back here. And we need to get back to why this isn't enough. So let's look at groups. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. That was a fun little try by ChatGPT. It did not work. Which happens. Here we go. So if we do our tags at the block level instead, so let's do that. Let's look at that. We want to start, let's start with calico. Calico, calico, calico. Okay. So right here, we want to do name is, oops, always do that. Calico tasks. And then, oh, I could do that. Just break it out into separate files. So if it's calico, it goes there. That might be the right way to go. For now, though. Let's look at blocks. That's what I want to do. Blick. No, block. Oops. Okay. So at least on some level, what this allows me to do is I can take this block And I can say, nope. All right, not working on calico. But I am working on calico right now. And then we do the same thing here. Instead of this, I just say that, and I don't do exactly what I did last time. And I say block. Oops. And now we're in calico tasks. All right, so these tags are the same. So I can instead put the tags here. And I can get it out of here, so I'm not duplicating. All of these are become yes. Actually, everything on here, because it's firewall, it has to become. Right? Yeah. So I bet at the top level for firewall, I can just say become yes. And this just needs the same thing. I mean, I understand I'm still duplicating, but I should probably do that. That way I can call out if I just want to do the calico stuff. I don't know why I want to do that yet, but it is a yet. All right, so if it's the controller, it allows everything on VXLAN Calico. Now, you know what? Let me look here. If I do I have a VXLAN Calico on here? Holy cow. I do. State is unknown. So let's get rid of this when. Let's just make that always true. Just because we're not getting the errors on it, it could be that the errors are carrying over. All right. So now let's do common and K8s again. Now I do have an issue in that this doesn't have any way of checking. So I need a, I am going to need a task. That's probably like a top level verification. Let's see if this works. But our tag here is going to be always. I think it'll run that. We're about to find out. Now it goes to common. So that tasks just does nothing? I would have thought like the top level tasks would be the, put it here if you wanted to at least always check the file, right? We're not watching it anymore. And we should be. I wonder if I should just say cal. How are we looking? Oh, I didn't change the name. Whoops. All right, 16:24, 25, well, and 57 seconds. What do we got? You know, I should check. Okay. Ooh, that stuff got blocked. What did it? 24:57. 25. 25:54. Okay, that one did get blocked. Source is 10.4. Destination is 10.4. Like this should be covered. Because this is 8 and this is 8. So the /16 says from here to here is always cool. All right, let's make sure. So default's any. So if I say I want to allow source and destination of that. So that's 10.2. That's different. This one, okay, this is doing the 10 dot. No, this is going to, this is DNS out getting blocked. What? Oh, that's not even DNS. All right, that stuff is definitely okay. That stuff's already kosher, but that's not what we're dealing with right now. Right now, I want to do from 10.4.0.0 16 to 10. Actually, let's do this way. So it's got direction, or it's got source. And dest. From here to there. Oops. To 10.4.0.0 16. I don't think this rule is going to work. Well, what do you know? Let's see what it says. 28. 2848. I mean, that's DNS, so that's different. It shouldn't be different. No. Okay, it doesn't care. So this is coming in from there and going out to there. So if I say but I'm already allowing out. .1.24.2, and you are UDP port as 150, or no, destination port 53. Wrong number of arguments. Two. Oh wait, I'm looking at this wrong. It's 10,500. And it's in here and going out there. Enable default. Set the default policy. Wondering if default routed being deny is a problem. Show default. Go. Show the firewall report. What are the args for show? Yeah. status show, see reports. On installation, UFW is disabled with a default incoming policy of deny, a default forward policy of deny. So maybe I need forward. A default rule set is put in place that does the following. So default forward allow, maybe? Guess not. Let's see. This will allow all traffic routed to ETH2 to traverse the firewall. So is that what I need to do? I need to get, oh, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Because I have different names, like here it's ETH0. Here it's ENP. I mean, on the plus side, there's only one. Default forward to accept. Okay, so let's try that. UFW default allow forward. Okay. So let's go here. So we can set a default allow forward in here. Oh yeah, this trash, don't need you. You. This is specifically within the cluster. Default forward, yes, become, yes, all right. I did it again. Oops. All right. Let's go. And let's get back to watching. I probably should have just watched on Dev Mini 1 to make sure that that would work first, huh? Whoops. We're not quite there yet. Oh, we're nowhere near there. My bad. Oh, that's empty. Fruit punch it is. I am definitely a fan of the resetting it to default first. That's something that should always be done with Ansible. Get it to a known state, and when the software... One of the following: state default rule logging. Fine. Let's see. Default choices are allow, deny, reject. Okay. So that's my bad. Default. Oh, but this doesn't... This only changes the default. From IP, from port. All right, so let's see if there's something here for the default. Rule. This doesn't say anything about default. This sets logging. For the rule, reject. No rule limits or allow. Am I gonna have to just run? I think I'm just gonna have to run a script to do that. Because the only parameters for default are allow, deny, or reject, and I think that's the default policy. And if I'm doing it here, oh, that's not a good default allow forward. So it could be routed. All right, so let's hop back over here. Let's say whoa. Two to four. See, and then those pop up. Those are the ones that bother me. I have everything allowed out. So why is that being blocked? Everything is allowed. Why would the firewall be blocking? The terminal window, this one? Was it getting cut off? Sorry about that. The silly guy. So are you not? Oh, yeah, never mind. He failed right there, so that would make sense, actually. I understand now. I'm troubleshooting trouble. So let's run this again and try and get some real data. Yeah, any program that allows you to reset to defaults, I am a fan of. Oh, I should be watching again. $45.14, we're already a minute in. And who knows what I'm doing to these apps. I just realized, funny enough, I don't have anything enabling Postgres. And I definitely have apps reaching out on Postgres. Although no, because I have a generic, I do have the generic, like, if it's going to one of the known servers, just let it through. All right, 46.58, we're at 47. Source destination, okay, so that is 5443. All right. What I'm gonna do is now, actually, let's status verbose. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it kept the allow routed. What was I just saying about how it's awesome when things will allow themselves to factory reset? What if factory reset doesn't mean what you think it means? Allow routed. Deny routed. Okay. So I have default. I don't think that's going to work. I'm 90% certain that's going to fail. But let's go for 10. Boom, boom, boom. Allowing DNS. I love seeing the line of green. Still love seeing the line of green. Oh crap, but I'm not watching. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to see if it fails right here in a second. Bam. Okay. Allow, deny, reject. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't have any way of doing that. So instead of using this, we just need to run a shell command. Which, funny enough, is one of the few things I don't do with Ansible very often. I don't think you really want to do it that way. I don't want a course. I just want this. There we go. Shell module. That'll probably do it. Change into this directory. Command. All right. So all we really need is built-in shell, some script. Shell, and we just need UFW default allow forward. Not a huge fan of this because I don't think we're going to get confirmation of it, but let's see. Is there any way of making that happen? Command execution time is returned. I'm probably going to have to, I hope I don't have to put sudo in front of that. We'll find out. So, enable default, okay. Now what do we say? Allow, okay. $53.10. I need to change the title of that. It doesn't look good to be constantly enabling the same thing. 53.33. Okay. But if we can get down to just this one item, I will be happy. Oops, supposed to be watching. 53.13. 53.10. 53.15. We might have done it, chat. We might just be on this last bit. I feel like that 5443 though is Kubernetes API. Let's see. Let's see what port 5443 shows up as. Probably just some stupid arbitrary thing that one of my processes is running, but yeah, web client. Okay, yeah, just some rando. But which rando? Let's see. Hmm, 5432. Is it a forwarded port? Not forwarded port. It is not. Oops, come back. So it is coming from 12, which is, I believe, one of these guys. Oh, it's not even one of these guys. Who's 12? Interesting. Let's go see who 12 is, huh? So I do think, and let me throw this in the notes, routed, actually, default forward policy needs to be allow. And this could be a calico. I mean, I don't know if it's different with flannel or one of the other CNIs, but I do know that calico is a bit more finicky. Here. Who do we got? Who's 12? Not 12. What? Wait, what? That's my bad. Why are you at 16? Oh, I give you. Wow. I need professional help. All right, but I do think that this is where I'm calling it for the day. I'm definitely, well, almost definitely, 90%. I'm going to be jumping back in, probably playing some 7 Days to Die, just because I may do some more of this stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it grabs me. Thanks for stopping by and watching. It's always cool to know I can be someone's background for a little while. Thanks a lot. That's what I try for. Just be chill, right? No, Ansible is entertaining to say the least. But at the end of the day, my goal is to get this cluster a little bit more programmatic, because as it stands, I'm very, well, let's see. I am looking at, oh, I haven't even downloaded it yet. My Kubernetes cluster folder is a mess. So getting it to this point where I can just say, hey, make this happen is where I want to be. Especially as I try to secure this stuff, because people see the server hardening as black magic, and it really shouldn't be. It's just following a checklist at the end of the day. And if I can write a checklist and share that with anybody else who's throwing together a Homelab, all the better. Maybe put some notes in there that make it make more sense. That's cool. So you've got a an Ansible script out there. Nice. So one thing I'm trying to avoid is just going straight to other people's work. See what I can. I spent a lot of time reading man pages to try and get my knowledge together, and I feel like I've lost that skill. So, I'm trying to get back to that. Yeah, 90% of the time you do it once and you're kind of done. So it's easy to forget, right? Because you've done it once and it worked, and the next guy can come back to it. But when you build a template out, it's something you look back on and go, oh yeah, I remember that, and I remember what I wrote here, and I was nice enough to give myself notes. Documentation? What's that? Speaking of which, did I document what I did here? Enable default file. Right. And we've got local. The good thing about this is that for the most part, it actually, because you name it, you can name it in ways that make sense. It's not like variables in Java where you have to say the variable that does the thing I want today. Anyway, yeah, it was cool talking to you too. I mean, that's the other half of why I do this. Part of it's just to talk it out so I remember it, so I get better at it, and the other part is to talk to other people about it. So if you stop by again, feel free, jump in. Or leave me in the background. I'm just as happy with that. Well, not just as, but you know what I mean. Oops, wrong window. That one. Ah. Oh no, feel free. I'm here to talk as much as anything else. Hopefully talk to you later.